Welcome to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. We're back again to examine this particular video. This video was actually made about 2 years ago. Yeah, that's right. So save me the crazy comments of this is not new and all this other BS. On this platform, we pretty much use what is out there because a man's integrity and a man's movements can be learned by his own words. You know, we read books that were written many years ago, and we'll read them today to gain the knowledge that we need on how to move. We read the Bible that was written thousands of years ago so we can learn how to move. So we can also review content from the past to learn about today. Do you follow me? A man of knowledge would understand that. So what we're going to learn here is the truth, kind of put the puzzle together. We're going to learn a lot about J.PRINCE Jr., mob ties, and how their check-in is no good. Their check-in is now exposed, and it's the cause of TakeOff's death. And oh yeah, we got to talk about that funeral. We got to talk about that later. Something ain't right. I got to talk about that. Yeah, so let's get into this. Let's examine the tapes so we can learn about the check-in, so we can learn the mind of J.PRINCE Jr., so we can understand how TakeOff died. We're going to learn how this all happened. You know, sometimes you got to go into the past in order to understand the present. Sometimes you got to go to the library and go in the encyclopedia just to understand certain things. You don't need a new encyclopedia to give you the knowledge. Sometimes you got to go into the old books and go into the tapes, look at the archives, and there holes and lies the truth. Every man is judged by his words. Every man will be accountable by his words. And J.PRINCE Jr. will be judged accordingly by his own words. That's right. Yes, indeed. So let's listen in, find out what he got to say. And let's watch this exchange between Queen's Flip and J.PRINCE Jr. so we could pretty much understand the real, so that you can understand how to move, so that you don't check in and check out in a body bag, because a lot of this have to do with extortion and bullying. Yes. And my personal opinion is that when you don't align yourself with mob ties, then you'll either check out in a body bag, allegedly, or just things ain't gonna work out for you. What's going on to everybody in the chat? You already done know how we do here. We do business, right? Getting right down to business. So let's get into this. React to this particular video. We have a lot to cover, so this class is gonna be something else. Let's go.
That happened.
That's cool. They ain't got nothing to do with the legacy. See, people try to intertwine bullshit with real shit to try to contaminate the real shit or try to discredit the real shit. It ain't never gonna happen for the real ones who know. Now, it'll happen with the trolls and the people who don't know no better and things of that nature. But when it come down to contaminating real shit amongst the guys, the real guys.
So J.PRINCE Jr. is basically saying he's one of the real guys. He wanted you to believe that he's a boss that he's one of the real guys. And basically, you know, you got to check in. You know, if you check in with him, you good. What we're trying to establish here is credibility. I don't give a fuck who you are. What we're establishing is credibility of a man. A man's word is all he got. That's all you got as a man. Everybody in the streets know this. If your word is no good, your name is no good. Nobody can trust you. And once something go down on your watch, you can't be trusted no more. Your word is done, and you can never recover. Once you got a bad name in the hood, your name is no more. I have never heard of anybody that had a good name and their name went sour and they got it back. That don't happen. Once your name is bad, it's no more. Nobody will ever trust you. The check-in is no good. Let's go.
City, state to state, who really in tune the shit that be happening, who really a part of that. Like, you never can contaminate nothing that's silent. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never got to fear some bullshit contaminating our legacy, except for when it come down to trolls or people who don't know, and they don't even matter.
He said he don't have no worries about anything contaminating the legacy. But based on what we've all learned for the past couple of days, the legacy has already been destroyed.
Like, majority of the people with an opinion ain't got no money, and they ain't got no opinion that matters because they not in the industry or nothing like that. Like,
so he believes that in order for you to have an opinion, you have to be in the industry and you have to have money. This is what he believes. So if a man don't have money, he has no opinion. But yet, a man died on his clock after checking in. Whose report will you believe?
their opinion is just from sideline view. They
Understood.
on the sideline. You deal what I'm saying? So
We are on the sidelines. And we saw the tapes, and we saw you walk right past a man while he was dead, a man that checked in. So your credibility is not really good. Your word is not good. The check-in is not good. What you claim you built is no good. Because based on what I'm seeing and what many have seen around the world, it cost a man his life.
opinion really don't even matter. It doesn't matter even more so because they had no idea what's really transpiring.
Understood.
They ain't in the loop. And you understand this now, you being in the industry. So you done made your way inside the loop.
So you got to be in the loop. What kind of loop? The sacrifices? The blood rituals? That's the loop? The industry? You see, a lot of you cats out there don't understand that once you're inside the loop and you understand the rituals, you know, they take you serious. But if they realize that you're not that type of guy, then, you know, they're not going to really rock with you.
Yeah, you
How
ain't
you know
know
that?
what was really going on before you got in the loop. Now you got friends and family. Now you dealing with niggas who in the loop. Now we talking about a different type of loop. You in the industry loop. Now we talking about a different type of loop where you can move city to city, state to state, and all the street niggas embrace you. Now I ain't talking about the regular guys. I'm talking about the guys. Everybody embrace you. Everybody know who you are. Everybody, as soon as you touch their land, hey man, you good. Da, da, da.
Really? So as soon as you touch their land, you good? Well, what about TakeOff? He wasn't good. You said that when you touch down on their land, that you good, that all the street ninjas pretty much will recognize you for who you are and you're good. But they, you know, this brother wasn't good. This brother left in a body bag. What about that? What about that? This is not making sense. How do you establish credibility when a man died on your watch? Where was mob ties to protect the artists that get the bag? Where was J.PRINCE Jr. when the bullets was flying? Where he was? Where did he go? Where did he disappear to? And why he ain't make no public statements when a man died on his watch? Open your mind, fam. Open your mind and think.
You know, that's a different type of loop. The same type of loop that you dealing with now when you dealing with your celebrity. How you say this shit is? Nah. Celebrity
I got you.
Or whatever the fuck I'm talking about.
I got you.
When you move to different cities, now you can reach out to different celebrities and be like, hey man, I'm in your city. Da, 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 da.
That's a fact.
Okay. Think about that on a different scale.
Okay, what scale?
Okay, them doors opened up for you. These doors been opened up for us. Now we can move cities. No, freeze, please. You know it's two different things. Calm down. Now
wait, hold on. Why you gotta talk like? What's up with you, man? You got a way of talking, man. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, bro.
I'm just giving you an understanding based upon your message.
Okay, so you're saying there's two different levels.
I'm telling you, it's two different things. It's two different things from being a celebrity and being in tune to the streets for real.
Got you.
I'm giving you the two different perspectives.
Notice that what he said. It's the difference between being a celebrity and being in tune with the streets. You see that difference? See, a lot of you rappers, you want to hang around the streets and think that y'all one. Y'all not the same. Two different lifestyles.
Understood.
So I'm trying to make you differentiate the two to where celebrity shit ain't got nothing to do with the respect that come down to here. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of niggas with more power. I mean, not more power, but more influence or more money than us when it come down to being a celebrity, but they ain't got the respect that we got, so they can't move how we move.
Wow. Are you paying attention? See, just because the Migos have their celebrity, fame, and clout, he's basically saying, hey, they can't move the way we move. So you have to judge a man by his character and his words. You understand? You got to judge what they're saying, what he's saying, to understand how real this is. Y'all be thinking that when the Migos came down that they were safe and everybody's all buddy-buddy. No, it's not that way. All the mob ties dudes are all in the streets. They're not celebrities. They're not rappers. They move totally different. Quavo should have known that. Or maybe he did. And TakeOff didn't.
I understand what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So you got to know how to differentiate the two, respect and notoriety.
Understood. I have another question for you. What do you feel about checking in? That whole checking in theory. What is your opinion on checking in?
At the end of the day, people get checking in misconstrued. When we say checking in, and
J.PRINCE always talk about pronunciations of words, but he didn't pronounce that word actually proper. I don't understand this guy. You know? And there was a part in this particular interview where he was asked, did he go to college or something along those lines? Do he read books or something along those lines? I cut all of that nonsense out of the video. But the point that I'm bringing up is that this guy really is not smart. He's really not. He's acting. And he's trying to mimic his father a lot. He's trying to talk like him, trying to flow like him, but he's not him. He's not. There's one Michael Jordan. Doesn't matter how many sons Michael Jordan have. None of his sons are him. And none of his sons will ever get the same respect. Never. You'll get some respect because you carry the name, but you will never have the respect that Jordan get when he walk in a room. Always remember that.
I don't even tell niggas to check in. We don't tell niggas to check in. What I say is when I go to another nigga city and I got respect for certain niggas, I reach out to them. Majority of the time it's because I got a relationship with them already. But even if I don't have a relationship with them already, instead of me being who I am and standing for what we stand for, instead of me going to another nigga city and bumping heads with them and end up having to go to war, I'd rather reach out to them or to a representative of their camp and be like, hey, man, y'all open the doors for us out there.
Are you paying attention? Are you paying attention? So he's basically saying, look, if I'm going somewhere and I don't really know what's up, I'm going to reach out to whoever I need to reach out and pretty much ask them to open up those doors. Well, Quavo and them did that. They checked in. They checked in with him. Right? They followed all standard procedures of the streets. Because we know this guy, he don't run Houston. You have to understand that. He don't. But he believe he do. You know, last time I checked, the government run everything, not him. I don't understand why a man is claiming he run the streets and he run this and run that. This doesn't even make no sense. You know, last time I checked, you know, people learn how to move in silence. You know, Biggie talked about that. He gave us the 10 crack commandments. But see, these internet guys and these new age guys, these youngins that are connected to the mob and everything, they don't have no sense. You know, they put all their business out there. They call themselves mob ties. They make themselves very noticeable. They're not moving in silence. You know, they don't have wisdom. Pay attention.
I'm saying, because if I don't say y'all open the doors for us out here, then we might end up being in the same situation. Both of us have big heads. Both of us stand for what we stand for.
Meaning both of you have egos.
We just so happen to get into it with somebody in a clique.
Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? We might get into something with someone in their clique. Isn't that the same thing that happened with Quavo arguing with his clique? Are you putting the pieces together?
Then what I'm saying, now we done started a whole war instead of just reaching a hand out to a nigga environment. When we in the nigga environment and being like, hey man, we out here. Y'all show us y'all city.
Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? So now a whole war has started. Because a man lost his life after checking in, and the check-in wasn't good. He checked out in a body bag. And now people are upset because this all happened on his watch. When you check in, you're supposed to have protection. If these are your streets, then your people are supposed to know these guys, they're off limits. You can't touch them. Do you understand me? Have you ever been to a place, and I'm talking to the brothers. Have you ever been in a situation where you went to a neighborhood and you knew the neighborhood was crazy already, but because you know people out there, once you pulled up, everybody that's in the streets, they probably looking around like, who that? And whoever you knew was like, yo, that's my man, such and such and such. And everybody fall back. Nobody didn't even question you. They just welcomed you with open arms. You know why? Because you checked in. But if you didn't check in, all them dudes gonna be like, yo, who that, yo? And if you shining, whatever the case is, something might happen to you. So by the pure fact that you knew somebody, they call off the watchdogs. That's how it was supposed to be when Quavo and them checked in. J.PRINCE Jr. was supposed to tell the whole team, don't none of y'all fuck with these dudes. I don't care what's going on. These dudes checked in with me. They on my clock. All right, cool, boss. You know how it is. Yeah. All right, cool. And they'll treat you with all the same respect that they do Prince Jr. With the same respect they give him, they'll treat you. Why? Because you checked in. That's how it's supposed to be. It's like the president coming in and they rolling the red carpet out for you. But nobody rolled out the red carpet for these guys. It's like these guys were being set up. Hey, pay attention.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to have no problems with y'all.
Wow.
But do you think
not that we scared of having problems with y'all? Because we ain't scared of having problems. It's just we trying to avoid them.
All right, you're trying to avoid them. So the check-in is so that you could avoid having problems. Are you all following this? Everybody in the class, everybody paying attention, right? The check-in is so that we could avoid having problems. I could avoid getting robbed, extorted, you know what I mean? Being a target. That's the check-in. So by me checking in, it's sort of like a guarantee that while I'm here, I'm good to go because this guy got a name that the streets recognize as some sort of authority. You understand what I mean? When the president come in and checks in, all the Secret Service is on deck. They'll put a bullet in your head if you get near the president. Quick. If you even sneeze the wrong way, you're done. Those guys are paid to kill you. And even when they kill you, they're not gonna get in no trouble. So when you do the check-in, it's supposed to guarantee safety of everybody on your team, including any dogs, any pets. If you bring roaches in your briefcase, your roaches gotta be able to go home with you. Do you understand me? Look, that's what the check-in is supposed to guarantee.
So if we can avoid a problem and gain access to a lot because y'all already got y'all city on smash, then why not reach out to the individual and try to get that same love that they get? You do what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, relationships are worth more than money.
Wow.
Relationships worth more than money. It can be niggas with a bunch more money than us. And you know this now, nigga. It's niggas who got a bunch more money than you. But you got the relationships with the right people. They can't move with them people the way you move with them.
That's a fact. Yeah.
They can't move with them the way you move with them because you have relationships. So I'm all about creating relationships and even relationships that we don't have. So if I go to a nigga city and I'm in tune that these niggas running that city, I'm gonna send one of my guys or I'm gonna send a message like, hey man, I want to meet these dudes.
You see that? If I know these guys are running their city, I'm gonna send one of my guys to make sure we could do the check-in. So that means that there's a possibility that Quavo's team, whoever is managing them, may have checked in to make sure that everything was good. And look what happened. So being that Takeoff was taken out, what does that say about the check-in? What does that say about mob ties? Is it still good? Would anybody trust checking in? I don't think you would.
I'm not gonna create a problem with them unless they create a problem with me.
Oh, so you're not gonna create a problem with them unless they create a problem with you. Is that what happened, J.PRINCE Jr.? Is that what happened? Did somebody create a problem with you after the check-in? So let me get this straight. When the check-in was established, everything was good. But when somebody started to argue with you, that's when the check-in was null and void. Are y'all all seeing what took place? Are y'all all putting the pieces together? See, they're saying that Quavo was arguing with this man earlier. And then it escalated. And they're saying that when he walked past, he was angry. And that's why he ain't say nothing. That's why the check-in was canceled. Put the pieces together.
I'm gonna extend my hand. I'm gonna extend my hand and be like, hey man, I want to meet these guys. Y'all line us up, see if we can benefit one another.
Benefit one another.
I'm in their city. I'm gonna see if they can introduce me to their city because this their city, and I'll do the same in return.
So by Quavo and Takeoff being there, that's benefiting J.PRINCE Jr. Are y'all seeing how that worked? Their presence with their clout and celebrity is making his function and private party Lit.
And it ain't no telling what our relationships can take us, because I got the relationships that they might have the relationships.
So he wanted relationships with these guys. And it could have been a situation where maybe, just maybe, we could just throw this out there, maybe Takeoff didn't want no parts of whatever was being introduced. We're just going to throw that out there, allegedly.
So it ain't no telling where our relationships can take us. That's the movement of Mars.
But I think egos is a hell of a thing. Our egos would allow us to get in drama and stuff like that. So if somebody said you got to check in, our ego as a man, I'm not checking in nowhere, man. I can travel. That's how it goes. That's how people think.
I mean, so there's niggas without relationships and niggas who don't understand the streets, and they take that checking in word worse than what it actually is. You dig what I'm saying? Somebody tell me that, like, I say the same thing. Nigga, I ain't checking in to nobody, but I will reach out to the niggas I know I need to reach out to, because I expect them to do that when they touch my land.
See, he expect them to do that when they come into his land. He believe he own the land. You ninjas don't own no land. You don't own nothing. See, we got to get out of that type of mentality of thinking that a certain group owns the land. Really? Then why everybody in hiding when the police come? If you own the land, you don't supposed to be hiding.
So it's like having that mutual understanding. You dig what I'm saying? When you go on city to city, state to state, and you know these niggas really run their land, then you need to reach out to them. And I say that to all my brothers. Like, I say this on a boss behalf. So you won't end up creating problems that you can avoid. You dig what I'm saying? If you a boss and you know these other niggas bosses in a city, reach out to the bosses, unite the bosses, and avoid problems.
Avoid problems? So hold up, wait a minute. So you want rappers and industry cats to reach out to you to avoid problems, but yet look at the problem that happened 2 years later. A man is dead on your watch. How did he, or how could he have avoided the problem? Think about that, fam.
Because if you in the club and you end up getting into it with these other niggas who run their city, now you got a whole war situation where y'all might have to kill each other when y'all just could have reached out to each other, had that mutual respect, because y'all probably both would have respected each other. You know what I'm saying? And avoided a bunch of problems and bullshit.
Wow. Are y'all paying attention? See, this is what I need for y'all to listen to, man. If you want to know the character of a man, you got to pay attention to his words. He talked about killing one another, warring with one another, fighting with one another. Man, this is crazy. It's crazy.
So it's about putting your ego to the side and putting business on the table. Because you never know how much money y'all can get together, rather than putting your ego on the table and having to deal with a bunch of bullshit. You dig what I'm saying? That what Martyrs is. You know what Martyrs is, nigga?
Nah, teach me.
Movement of bosses together in elevated structure.
Really? So that's what mob ties is? Really? I didn't see that when Takeoff was pretty much deleted. I ain't see no elevation of anything. You know? He didn't, well, elevate, wow.
City, state to state. Movement of bosses together in elevated structure. We ain't talking about dummies. We ain't talking about nobody doing no illegal shit. We talking about movement of strong-minded brothers.
Strong-minded brothers that kill other brothers. Strong-minded brothers that walk past another man when he's dead on the floor. Strong-minded brothers where your people and Quavo and them were arguing and you didn't step in to defuse the situation after men checked in. Bruh, your check-in is no good. Your name is no good. Mob ties is no good. And it has forever been tainted over this issue right here. And it could never be repaired. Trust and believe that. And anybody that's still checking in and got any sort of respect for this, something's wrong with you. Again, this man is not his father. This man, if anything, disrespected his father's legacy, embarrassed his father, right? He raised a lot of questions, and now a man is gone and he can't come back. This ain't like the video games. You know, life is real.
Together in elevated structure. You did what I'm saying?
I hear you.
So that's the difference. When we learn how to utilize one another, no matter where we go, when we learn how to connect the dots.
I'm learning how to connect those dots. Bars. I'm understanding how to do that. I know how to react to a video, decipher information, and break things down to the smallest molecule. And I'm connecting the dots on you, J.PRINCE Jr. You're a snake. And I can see right through you. You're the type of guy that have been performing for a long time. And a lot of guys believe that you are who you claim you are, but this incident proved otherwise. You know, once somebody has messed up, your name is no good no more. It's just that bad. See, here's the thing. Throughout this entire ordeal, we've been talking about Prince Sr. and Jr. We have to recognize that there is a difference between the senior and the junior. This is Junior's mess. And he got to own up to this. And that's why his pops said, you can't hide behind me. You can't hide behind me on this one. Because your pop, he's going to take all this smoke, and it's really not meant for him. Even though you his seed, yeah, he gonna get some flack for all of this. No, ain't no doubt about that. But this is your mess, Junior. You did this. You got to own up. You got to be a man. You got to be a man now. Because everybody's looking for you. Yeah. They checked in and the brother checked out in a body bag. That wasn't supposed to happen. Not on your watch. Not if you a boss. You a boss, remember? Remember, you're supposed to be a boss. From the streets. Fifth Ward, remember? Even though you didn't grow up there. You didn't grow up there. Your pops did. You weren't in the streets struggling like everybody else. You went to a nice school. You grew up with a silver spoon, remember? You weren't at the schools in the hood. You didn't have to deal with the drama everybody else had to deal with. You didn't have to deal with eating rice for dinner only. You didn't have to worry about when your next meal was coming from. Your pops already had money. So all this, I'm from the streets acting hood, fam, you are not hood. You're an actor, a very good one. You should have been an actor in a movie. And I don't know why people show you respect when a man is dead on your watch. Dead on your watch. I would never show my face in the streets if I know a body is on my watch. I would have to clean that up. But no, you ain't do that. Instead, you trying to hide and act like this didn't happen. And everybody that had part in this are in hiding. And we already done know that the police department is bought and paid for, allegedly. Because this investigation been going on too long and ain't nobody been arrested yet. No suspects, no gun confiscation, nothing. Nothing has been done yet. Imagine that.
Instead of trying to hide our dots, because it's a bunch of people who got dots, but we don't connect the dots, we just got dots. Nigga, it's a bunch of niggas way more richer than us. But you know how much more money we can get if we connect our dots.
Now, who he's talking about? He's talking about connecting with industry cats that got bread. Sounds like extortion to me, allegedly.
It's a bunch of niggas with dots. Man, them dots don't mean nothing, man. Them Jews, they connect their dots and they been running shit for a long time. If black folk can get that same mentality and learn how to utilize each other instead of competing with one another, learn how to utilize each other instead of high-siding one another.
Oh, you mean like what you do? See, that speech sounds wonderful, but we all know that you're selfish. I know, because I can read you. I can read right through you. You understand? You're selfish. You're not thinking about others. You're thinking about your own bottom line. You're thinking about how you can utilize other people that got money and resources so that you could get the come up. Yeah, I could read right through you. See, when you understand the streets, you can recognize real and you can recognize falsehood. You can recognize when a man is just looking for himself and in the process trying to portray himself as the boss. But if a man is a boss, another man won't lose his life on your watch. I keep telling you. If I go to a hood and I don't know nobody there, and I got any sort of concerns, but I got a cousin or a brother that I knew from high school that live in that area, and he know the streets, all I got to do is just check in and be like, yo, bro, I'm passing through. Everything good? Yo, you good, bro? So when I drive in, I'm not concerned about pulling up here and pulling up there because I know my people is there. And I know he gave me his word and his word have value. Don't you know, brothers, that your word is everything? Your word is more valuable than money. When you give a man your word, you must keep that word. I don't care if it's life or death. Never break your word when you give that word.
And all that type of shit, nigga, we could be so much bigger and better than what we are. Nigga, this shit a shift gears if everybody can get that mentality. But that's this mob ties movement, man. That's what we doing. We connecting the dots.
Wow.
Making sure people can understand it ain't no problem with us utilizing each other. It ain't no competition with us utilizing each other. Nigga, I'm not greater than you and you ain't greater than me by us utilizing each other. Now let's utilize each other and create billion-dollar entities.
No, you want to utilize other people so you can benefit. Because if you didn't need them, if you were so bossed up and you're all good, then you won't have no need for nobody. You just do your own thing and make money. But see, what you're trying to do is you're trying to capitalize off of everybody else that's really getting the bag by giving them this false lifestyle that you have, which is really off your father's back. Let's just keep it real. Your father is the one with the power. Your father is the one with the name, not you. You're junior. Yeah, you have some sort of blessings of being a son. We get that. But you yourself have not yet proven yourself like your father. You haven't really put in the foundation or the work like your father. You're an amateur. You just started. You just started learning how to crawl. It doesn't even make any sense. But for somehow you convinced the streets that you run Houston and that brothers need to check in. And you got them. They're good, right? But yet, Takeoff had bullets in his body and his head and his brains was on the floor. I didn't see you trying to help to clean it up. And being that these brothers were in your care and in your watch, Why is it that you and your family didn't offer to pay for the funeral? Bars. See, why you ain't do that? If you got it like that, if y'all bossed up, got money, got this, got that, that's the least thing you can do. But see, nobody did that. Wow.
To where we all can be more successful than what we are at this time. You know what I'm saying? Let's all utilize each other, utilize our relationships, utilize our platforms, utilize our mind states, utilize our mentalities. Like, everybody utilize each other, because your strength might be my weakness and my weakness might be your strength. So let's create a chain that's only as strong as its weakest link.
Yeah. Your weakness might be somebody else's strength. Is that what you've seen in these other brothers in the industry? See, your weakness is you actually want to utilize their resources for other things. And I think that's what the check-in is really all about. It's about extorting rappers and other celebrities into having this false sense of protection. And in return, these industry folks end up getting robbed and played, allegedly. Let's go.
Let's create them type of endeavors to where we can be great as Black individuals, man. Like, create greatness for ourselves. What we capable of. This what we capable of.
Never listen to ninjas when they talk like that. Trust and believe that they're not looking out for you. They're looking out for themselves. Because the last thing a ninja want is for you to be successful. They want to be the boss. See, notice this. They're telling you all of that sentimental stuff, but they're the one that's going to remain the boss, not you. Always remember that. You're not going to be the boss calling the shots. It's them. They ain't trying to partner up with you to have like an equal playing field. No. They're going to be the boss. You're just going to be somebody that's under them. Always remember that.
We capable of something way bigger and better than what we doing.
Well, then do it yourself. Do it yourself and let everybody else do their own thing.
We like to compete with each other. We like to see who's shining the most and worry about who got the most hoes and who got the most. Nah, nigga. We understand that we all can shine even better if we unite and utilize each other. Like, we lock in with each other and unite with each other. You know how much bigger we can shine? You know what bigger platform we'll be on? Do you know how bigger we can elevate our whole infrastructure?
Infrastructure? Are you kidding me? In the hood? That's the infrastructure inside the hood, in the ghetto. Really?
Like, this shit'll be so much bigger. So much bigger. So that's what I be preaching, and I don't want you to take my message the wrong way. It's just, I don't preach checking in. I preach relationships.
No, not relationships. You're trying to clean it up. You're trying to clean it up so it don't look a certain way. You're trying to use a play on words about relationships. This ain't about relationships. If it was, Takeoff would be alive. Because Takeoff had the bag. Why would anybody want to kill the money bag? Why would you kill the breadwinner? Makes no sense. And again, we're going to have more content on who is the beneficiary of Takeoff's estate. Who's getting the bread? We have a lot to talk about. We're going to also talk about something that came across the news desk that I want to know about. And it have to do with the parents of Takeoff. I'm talking about biological. I need to know more about who they are. because I did some research and I didn't find nothing. And red flags started to go up because the chief of police made it very clear that the mother flew in and he had a talk with her. But yet, when I do my research, I don't see anything online. And it's saying something else that I didn't like. We need answers. And we got to find out more about this chief of police, who he is. Because I'm telling you, from day one, I had red flags up on who that man is and who he's connected to. You know. But we're going to talk about that later. Let's go.
That's what I preach. I preach avoiding bullshit and creating relationships and creating business.
Are you serious? He said he's involved in avoiding BS and creating relationships. But that's not what happened that night during the private party. You didn't avoid the BS. You allowed the BS to go down. You allowed this situation to go on your watch. See how you can expose a man with his own words? With his own words. That's how you know a man's character.
I don't preach that checking in shit. That's just a stigmatism that's been put on us.
Wow.
Or on certain people in certain cities. You do what I'm saying? That's stigmatism that's been put on them. We never said that. And I know a bunch of other niggas ain't never said that in their city. That's just the stigmatism that people put on people. But I'm here to clarify that. No, we not here for nobody to check in. We here to create relationships. You know what I'm saying? The same way we gonna go to other niggas' city and try to create relationships, come to ours and try to create that too.
Where was the relationship with Takeoff? Where was that relationship? Seemed like that relationship ended quick.
Or if you want to avoid dealing with bullshit, create that relationship so you ain't got to worry about rubbing heads with the wrong nigga and having a whole situation that you could have avoided.
Wow, so basically you're saying that if he would have created a relationship with you, it would have been avoided. So maybe Takeoff didn't want no relationship with you, and that's why he ended up checking out. Could that be it? Allegedly? Could that be it, J.PRINCE Jr.? Could that be it? Where was the relationship? And why he checked out on your watch, on your clock?
Boss. Man, check in with the other guys in the city that's a boss. You accustomed to doing this shit in your city, so you know how this shit go. Check in, not even check in, but link in. Reach out to the guys.
So now you don't want to call it check-in, you want to call it LinkedIn. Really? Trying to use nice words, right? LinkedIn, not check-in, right?
It ain't got to be me personally, but anybody.
So it don't have to be you personally, but you saying it could be anybody. No, you mean anybody from your team, Mob Ties. So they could check in with anybody from your team, and then it'll be good.
You know what I'm saying? Just so people know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you can build them relationships with the guys in the city that got their influence and their power.
Influence and power. Where, in the hood? You call that influence and power? The last time I checked, the only way you can have influence and power is when you're in politics and you vote people into office and they sit in high places. They're the people with the power. The ones who make the laws are the ones that are in power. Not you. It's a false sense of power.
And then we can take this shit to a whole nother level because we can utilize each other's influence. Rather than you coming out here bumping into the wrong nigga or with the wrong nigga. Now you got a beef with these niggas.
Wow. Now you got a beef with these enders. This is crazy. You see that? Is that what happened at the private party? Quavo and you guys bumped heads, paused, and for whatever reason, things got out of pocket? Is that what happened? Wow. Isn't it amazing?
Nah, beefing with these niggas. We trying to avoid all bullshit. We don't want to have to deal with no problems, man. We trying to avoid as much bullshit as we can. Niggas who really, they trying to avoid all the bullshit
So
they
it's
can.
peace
We
and
really trying to
positivity.
avoid it. And that's it. It's a bunch of niggas with dots. Man, them dots don't mean nothing, man. Them Jews, they connect their dots and they been running shit for a long time.
Wow.
If black folk can get that same mentality and learn how to utilize each other instead of competing with one another, learn how to utilize each other instead of high-siding one another and all that type of shit, nigga, we could be so much bigger and better than what we are. Nigga, this shit a shift gears if everybody can get that mentality. But that's this monetized movement, man. That's what we doing. We connecting the dots, making sure people can understand it ain't no problem with us utilizing each other. It ain't no competition with us utilizing each other. Nigga, I'm not greater than you and you ain't greater than me by us utilizing each other. Now let's utilize each other and create billion-dollar entities to where we all can be more successful than what we are at this time.
Billion-dollar entities, how? In what way? What business do you got? What? See, that's when you get those crickets. Billion-dollar this and billion-dollar that. A bunch of smoke and mirrors.
Deal what I'm saying? Let's all utilize each other, utilize our relationships, utilize our platforms, utilize our mind states, utilize our mentalities. Like, everybody utilize each other.
No, why don't you do your own thing? You understand? This goes back to a lot of things that happen to me. You know, I get people that come to me all the time in the DMs like, yo, bro, Ringo, yo, man, yo, we could work together, man. Yo, we could do a track together. No. Do your own track. Do your own thing. Leave me the fuck alone. Do you understand me? Stop trying to gain something off of me. Go establish yourself first. Go build something on your own, right? Get your numbers up. Start doing your thing. Get your views going up, right? And then once you get to a certain level and you out there and you done made a name for yourself, right? Now maybe you could come talk to me. You know why? Because you're your own man, which means you don't need me and I don't need you. So now we can collaborate. Because I don't have no time to deal with no damn snakes. Because there's too many of them out here who just want to eat off you. And they don't want to give you a damn thing in return. They're not really trying to build with you. So all of this stuff he's talking about, utilize one another, is BS. It's not even about that. It's about taking from one man so that he can benefit. So that it could affect his bottom line. So his bag could get higher. And your bag could get lower. And if he's using multiple people to climb that ladder, he's the one that's going to always have that bag while you losing yours. Always remember that, man.
Because your strength might be my weakness and my weakness might be your strength. So let's create a chain that's only as strong as its weakest link.
So let me get this straight. The weakest link. The chain, the weakest link. Is this why you guys allegedly took out TakeOff? You felt he was the weakest link? 3 bullets enter that man's body, but everybody else is good? And y'all all stayed at the bowling alley? Nobody scattered and left? Everybody stayed there? Really? Amazing.
Create them type of endeavors to where we can be great as black individuals, man. Like, create greatness for ourselves. What we capable of. This what we capable of. We capable of something way bigger and better than what we doing. We like to compete with each other. We like to see who's shining the most and worry about who got the most hoes and who got the most. Nah, nigga.
No, you like to see that. You're projecting at this point. Just stop playing games. You're projecting. That's what you like to do. You like to compete with others to see who get the most thoughts, who get the most women, who get the most money, who's wearing the latest designer. That's what you're into. You're projecting. I can read you. This is easy work.
We understand that we all can shine even better if we unite and utilize each other. Like, if we lock in with each other and unite with each other, you know how much bigger we can shine? You know what bigger platform we'll be on? Do you know how?
He's saying we a lot, but I can tell you right now that we not going to be no boss. You get with him, you're going to be one of his soldiers. He's not looking to make you a boss. If you're a man, be your own man. Be your own boss. You don't need no next man. You know what I mean? I understand in life, it takes unity to do a lot of things. We need each other in different ways. But the way he's going about this, trust and believe, it have nothing to do with all of you being on the same level. It's about him being the boss. You're just an employee that he's going to utilize. And then when he's finished with you, he'll just replace you with somebody else.
Bigger, we can elevate our whole infrastructure. Like, this shit'll be so much bigger. So much bigger.
And see, this is why a lot of these content creators on YouTube got to be careful when it comes to their relationships and who they know and who they meet up with and all that other stuff. Because before you know it, you know, now they got you under their control. You know what I mean? Now you got to answer to them. Imagine that you're a content creator, you got to answer to somebody else. That's crazy. You're your own boss and you're answering to another man because you done checked in and assimilated yourself with them. Now they feel that you owe them something. That's crazy.
So that's what I be preaching, and I don't want you to take my message the wrong way. It's just, I don't preach checking in. I preach relationships.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I preach. I preach avoiding bullshit and creating relationships and creating business. I don't preach that checking in shit. That's just a stigmatism that's been put on us or on certain people in certain cities. You get what I'm saying? That's stigmatism that's been put on them.
You mean
we never said that. And I know a bunch of other niggas ain't never said that in their city. That's just the stigmatism that people put on people. But I'm here to clarify that. No, we not here for nobody to check in. We here to create relationships. You get what I'm saying? The same way we gonna go to other niggas' city and try to create relationships, come to ours and try to create that too. Or if you want to avoid dealing with bullshit, create that relationship so you ain't got to worry about rubbing heads with the wrong nigga and having a whole situation that you could have avoided. You a boss.
Wow.
And check in with the other guys in the city that's a boss. You accustomed to doing this shit in your city, so you know how this shit go. Check in, not even check in, but link in.
No, just say check in. Don't say LinkedIn. Stop trying to switch it up. You know exactly what you're talking about. He's saying he don't promote the check in, but he's still saying check in order to avoid the BS. He's a walking contradiction.
Reach out to the guys. It ain't even got to be me personally, but anybody. You get what I'm saying? Just so people know who you are. You get what I'm saying? So you can build them relationships with the guys in the city that got their influence and their power. And then we can take this shit to a whole nother level because we can utilize each other's influence. Rather than you coming out here bumping into the wrong nigga or with the wrong nigga. Now you got to beef with these niggas.
Wow.
Beefing with these niggas.
Wow.
We trying to avoid all bullshit.
Yeah, right.
We don't want to deal with no problems, man.
Lies.
We trying to avoid as much bullshit as we can. Niggas who really, they trying to avoid all the bullshit.
So it's peace and positivity.
And that's it. That's it. That's all it is. That don't mean nigga don't know how to deal with the rest of it, but that's what nigga preaching. That's what nigga want.
Peace and positivity.
That's it.
Do he sound like the type of guy that want peace and positivity? Please.
Nothing else.
And you know how to humble yourself as well.
Yeah, I know how to humble myself very well. What about you?
Nah. I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
I mean, I think people can tell that I know how to humble myself based upon my words.
I mean, wait, hold on. You're intellectual, yeah. You're intellectual, you can talk well, but there's a lot of intellectual crazy guys that's not humble.
I mean, it's cool. I understand that. I ain't speaking on them. See, that's when you shit up. That's when you shit up. When you relate or portray shit other than the individual that you're speaking on. If you feel like I ain't that, then speak up on me like that. If not, then don't give me no reference to no bullshit.
Well, I can't
because
really
listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me. This just game that I'm giving you right now. Because when you make reference to bullshit, it open the door for people's minds to go to bullshit. You deal what I'm saying? So if you feel that way about me, speak on that way about me. Don't tell me about no other body, no other person who done did this or did that. Now we speaking on our
well, let me tell you this. I don't know you that well to.
I mean, it's cool. I understand.
So hold on. Wait, hold on. I go by what I see. I don't know you that well to give you to speak on you. So I'm talking about overall as far as society to have a dialogue. Now, if you don't want to, if you don't want to speak on that, and you feel like your Queen's flip, that's not. I don't speak on other people. Then that's respected. But that's what I'm talking. I don't really know. You know, I know who you are, but I don't know. Like, I haven't hung out with you to say, like, to give you that, like, oh, this nigga funny style and that. Nah, I never. By talking to you now, you see like a stand-up dude talking to you now. I got to be around you to give a full assessment.
I mean, and they're right. They're right. It's a bunch of guys that you with that I with too.
Really?
So they'll give you that assessment that you need, or give you that very need.
Oh,
it's a bunch of them. You be around with
I like to get my own verification.
I mean, without a doubt,
like
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. But if Meek or Trav or somebody hit me like, "Hey man, Junior," I'm gonna take their word for it because I know them my guys.
Fact, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Them my guys. So
yes, I respect.
I'm gonna take their word for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give the nigga the benefit of the doubt until he show me otherwise.
So it's innocent till guilty to you.
I mean, I'm gonna put it like this: trust is something that got to be earned.
Wow, trust is something that got to be earned. Well, nobody could trust you now that you caused a man to lose his life on your watch. So that trust can't be earned no more. Nobody could trust you at this point.
I give a nigga the benefit of the doubt for him to earn my trust. So I never be judgmental with a guy to where I put him in a compromising position to where he cannot earn my trust.
But you put Quavo and TakeOff in a compromising position on your watch. So what that says about the check-in and your trust. Nobody could trust you now.
Okay. I give him the opportunity to earn my trust. That don't mean I trust him. So that don't mean I'm still not questioning the movements he's making or the decisions or the things he's saying. You do what I'm saying? I might still question him, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt until he earned my trust. Wow. Once he earned my trust, I ain't gonna question him. I'll still be a thinker and think for myself, but I ain't gonna question everything. With niggas that ain't got my trust, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I might not display it or express it, but I'm still okay. I'm in tune to everything that's going on. Like, yeah, okay, what do you say? You know how this shit go. Niggas you really don't know like that. You just give them the benefit of the doubt because they were one of your partners.
You see that? You give them the benefit of the doubt because he's with one of your partners. Isn't that the same thing that went down? Quavo and them is with this guy, and they're giving Prince Jr.'s people the benefit of the doubt because they're with him. You figure, okay, these guys rock with J.PRINCE Jr., so there's no reason for them to front on me, right? But that didn't happen. And Prince Jr. was not there to intervene, to tell his people to stand down. You see, when Quavo walked off, he said, let we go, before I hurt someone. Who did he want to hurt? Those are strong words to use. Let's go before I hurt someone. That's what he said. J.PRINCE Jr. should have been right there. But he was somewhere else. Where was he to defuse the situation? Or maybe he was arguing with him first and he walked off because he was pissed off. And then Quavo allegedly possibly was arguing with somebody else who kept running his mouth. See, this is what happened all on the check-in.
You still don't know that nigga like that.
I respect that. I respect that.
So I give a nigga the benefit of the doubt, but trust is something that got to be earned. Trust got to be earned. It ain't given away. I don't preach checking in. I preach relationships. That's what I preach. I preach avoiding bullshit and creating relationships and creating business. I don't preach that checking in shit. That's just a stigmatism that's been put on us or on certain people in certain cities. You do what I'm saying? That's stigmatism that's been put on them. We never said that. And I know a bunch of other niggas ain't never said that in their city. That's just the stigmatism that people put on people. But I'm here to clarify that. No, we not here for nobody to check in. We here to create relationships.
Lies.
You know what I'm saying? The same way we gonna go to other niggas' city and try to create relationships, come to ours and try to create that too. Or if you want to avoid dealing with bullshit, create that relationship so you ain't got to worry about rubbing heads with the wrong nigga and having a whole situation that you could have avoided. You a boss. Man, check in with the other guys in the city that's a boss. You accustomed to doing this shit in your city. So
Somebody said the video don't show you, they edit it. Let's see if that makes sense after hearing my voice.
you know how this shit go. Check in, not even check in, but link and reach out to the guys. It ain't even got to be me personally, but anybody. You know what I'm saying? Just so people know who you are. You know what I'm saying? So you can build them relationships with the guys in the city that got their influence and their power. And then we can take this shit to a whole nother level because we can utilize each other's influence. Rather than you coming out here bumping into the wrong nigga, with the wrong nigga. Now you got to beef with these niggas.
That's exactly what happened with Quavo and TakeOff. All of this check-in stuff failed. So as of today and beyond, the check-in with mob ties is no good. Anybody that check in should be concerned about their safety. That makes logical sense. Anybody that try to check in with J.PRINCE Jr. ought to be concerned for their safety at this point. To see a man die ought to concern you. And I hope these guys don't show up at that funeral. And again, I got to talk about that funeral situation later on. I don't like what I'm seeing. I really don't. A lot of stuff is just not looking right on both sides. It's just not looking right. A lot of stuff is looking real bad. This is a messy situation.
Now, beefing with these niggas. We trying to avoid all bullshit. We don't want to deal with no problems, man. We trying to avoid as much bullshit as we can. Niggas who really, they trying to avoid all the bullshit.
So it's peace and positivity.
And that's it. That's it. That's all it is. That don't mean nigga don't know how to deal with the rest of it, but that's what nigga preaching. That's what nigga want.
Peace and positivity.
That's it. Nothing else.
And you know how to humble yourself as well.
Yeah, I know how to humble myself very well. What about you?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. No.
I mean, I think people can tell that I know how to humble myself based upon my words.
I mean, wait, hold on. You're intellectual, yeah. You're intellectual. You can talk well, but there's a lot of intellectual crazy guys that's not humble.
I mean, it's cool. I understand that. I ain't speaking on them. See, that's when you shit up. That's when you shit up. When you relate or portray shit other than the individual that you're speaking on. If you feel like I ain't that, then speak up on me like that. If not, then don't give me no reference to no bullshit.
Well, I can't
because
really
listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me. This just game that I'm giving you right now. Because when you make reference to bullshit, it opened the door for people's minds to go to bullshit. You deal what I'm saying? So if you feel that way about me, speak on that way about me. Don't tell me about no other body, no other person who done did this or did that. Now we speaking on our
Well, let me tell you
conversation.
this. I don't know you that well to.
I mean, it's cool. I
So hold
understand that.
on. Wait, hold on. I go by what I see. But I don't know you that well to give you to speak on you. So I'm talking about overall as far as society to have a dialogue. Now, if you don't want to, hold on.
Right.
If you don't want to speak on that, and you feel like your queen's flip, that's not. I don't speak on other people. Then that's respected. But that's what I'm talking. I don't really know. You know, I know who you are, but I don't know. Like, I haven't hung out with you to say like to give you that. Like, oh, this nigga funny style and that. Nah, I never. By talking to you now. You see like a stand-up dude talking to you now. I got to be around you to give a full assessment.
And they're right. They're right. It's a bunch of guys that you with that I with too.
Really?
So they'll give you that assessment that you need, or give you that very need.
Oh,
it's a bunch of them that you be around with.
I like to get my own verification.
I mean, without a doubt,
I like to get my own verification.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. But if Meek or Trav or somebody hit me like, "Hey man, Junior," I'm gonna take their word for it because I know them my guys.
Fact, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Them my guys. So
yes, I respect.
I'm gonna take their word for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give the nigga the benefit of the doubt until he show me otherwise.
So it's innocent till guilty to you.
I mean,
yes, innocent to guilty. Guilty. Because a man is dead. You have already been proven to not deliver. You know, if somebody's buying some work and the work isn't good, it's not the right work, then they're not going to buy from you no more. Right now, his check-in is no good.
I'm gonna put it like this. Trust is something that got to be earned. I give a nigga the benefit of the doubt for him to earn my trust. So I never be judgmental with a guy to where I put him in a compromising position to where he cannot earn my trust.
Okay.
I give him the opportunity to earn my trust. That don't mean I trust him. So that don't mean I'm still not questioning the movements he's making or the decisions or the things he's saying. You do what I'm saying? I might still question him, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt until he earned my trust. Once he earned my trust, I ain't gonna question him. I'll still be a thinker and think for myself, but I ain't gonna question everything. With niggas that ain't got my trust, I give them the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I might not display it or express it, but I'm still okay. I'm in tune to everything that's going on. Like, yeah, okay, what do you say? You know how this shit go. Niggas you really don't know like that. You just give them the benefit of the doubt because they were one of your partners. But you still don't know that nigga like that.
I respect that. I respect that.
So I give a nigga the benefit of the doubt, but trust is something that got to be earned. Trust got to be earned. It ain't given away. I give a nigga the opportunity to earn my trust. But yeah, they ain't giving away.
You know what I learned about you? Nobody can mix your words up because you're a direct guy. Yeah. You're not gonna have other conversations. You're direct. Very direct and straightforward. I can respect that. You know what I mean? And I'd like to meet you, man. You know, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Come on,
if that's possible, man.
Yeah, come on in. Come on out here. You scared to travel during Corona?
I got the Corona, I think.
Yeah, I book your flight, nigga.
Listen, I ain't scared. First of all, there's no flights flying. Let's get that out of here. So we gonna act like there's no flights, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't scared of nah, definitely. I'll definitely like to
Nah. But I'm gonna even tell a couple of homies that I know you fuck with, like, yeah. They
I mean, let me say something. You know what? Being a meteorologist, that's a word I made up. Not media or media. And I'm trying to get in the dictionary. That's some bullshit, you know. I'm trying to show off too. Not you're not trying to show off. I'm trying to show off. Let my nuts hang. Being a meteorologist, right? You know, I go by what I hear. You know, when you read stuff, but speaking to you, you're a director. You seem like a stand-up guy. But a lot of these guys, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of these guys out here are not stand-up. You know what I mean? But reading it, and even I see a lot of people in the comments like, no, it's official flip. You know, I just like to meet you myself. But I'm already gonna get a call because I already received a couple of texts.
So everybody's in the chat basically telling him that J.PRINCE Jr. is official, everything good. And the thing is, a lot of people are just saying that just to say that because of what they hear. Most of these people don't even know who he is. You understand? They're just saying that because of his father, right? But listen to what J.PRINCE Jr. had to say coming up soon. Check it out.
On the top, like, yo, you flip. He official. I already see it as soon as you said it. So, you know, but I just like to sit down and build and understand, man. Because, you know, my ways and how I act on public can be misconstrued.
Oh, no, I know how this shit go. I already understand. Like, I've been in the industry since I was a pup, before a bunch of these other niggas knew what the industry was.
Meaning that when you're in the industry and you're in front of the public, you got to act. You got to act tough. You got to act gangsta. You got to act a certain way. But in person, that's when everybody take the mask off and you kind of see who they really are.
You know what I'm saying? You got to understand, I come from a generation of being on top for over 40 years.
No, you're talking about your father. That's who you're talking about, not you. Your father.
You know what I'm saying? We've been having success.
No, not we. You, your father, not you.
Since the 80s, like.
Your father, not you.
You talk a lot of shit, man. Yo,
man, I talk the truth.
You talk a lot of truth. I want to meet you.
I stand on it, though.
And I stand on what I believe in. I want to meet you.
I mean, it's righteous, but
don't back down now, nigga. You offered me the invite.
You better calm down, nigga.
Shit, the last time I calmed down was when I sleep, man. I want to meet you, man.
Yeah, sometimes they get put to sleep. You better stop.
No, please.
Wow, did you hear what he said? Sometimes they get put to sleep. That's what he said. You see this? J.PRINCE Jr., did you put TakeOff to sleep? Did you orchestrate that, allegedly? Did you offer him up as a sacrifice, allegedly? You said sometimes they get put to sleep. What do you mean by that? You know? And Queen's Flip is laughing at this. He don't know. He don't know about the rituals. It's crazy.
You better calm down, nigga.
Shit, the last time I calmed down was when I sleep, man. I want to meet you, man.
Yeah, sometimes they get put to sleep. You better stop.
No, please.
You better calm down, nigga.
Shit, the last time I calmed down was when I sleep, man. I want to meet you, man.
Yeah, sometimes they get put to sleep. You better stop.
No, please.
You talking about?
Listen, man.
Crazy, nigga.
What niggas is doctors? What's that shit niggas put niggas to sleep with?
Yeah, nigga, doctors like a mother. Know that?
Nah, I ain't know that.
What?
Don't recant your invitation. That's all I'm saying.
Nah. I'm telling you, you more than welcome to come to the city, nigga. I'm gonna roll the red carpet out for you.
He said he's gonna roll the red carpet out for him. Did TakeOff get the red carpet treatment?
I appreciate
like,
that.
I'm gonna roll it out for you. No cap. I said that. The whole city know I said that because they own him. And yeah, I'm gonna show you a good time. I'm gonna open all the doors for you. I'm gonna show you the difference. See, this is the thing about niggas in they cities, and this not to take no credit away from no nigga in they city. But when you go to niggas cities, it be a bunch of different niggas that say they run shit. Like you go to any city, even New York, it's a bunch of different cliques that say that, yeah, now we run the city. You go to Atlanta, it's the same thing, man. Now we run LA, man, we running shit. Like all these major cities. You come to Houston, they gonna say it's one entity that's in charge.
So he's basically saying that when you check in and you come to Houston, he's in charge. And you good. You understand? But we ain't see that for the Migos. They weren't good. So his check-in is responsible for the death of Takeoff. Because these guys checked in. They followed the rules. They did what they were supposed to do.
Because they respect that. You come to Houston, it's going to be one entity that they say, man, hey, man, them niggas run the city. It's going to be us.
Wow.
There ain't going to be no other shit. Ain't nobody going online saying, hey, man, we run the city or no shit. Like, man, nah, that's not happening out here. It's overstood. That's what Mickey said. He was like, man, I've been all over the world, man. He said, I never seen a nigga run a city the way y'all do.
So they run the city.
And they say, I've been all over the world, city, different countries and everything. He was like, man, ain't nobody that I seen run a city the way y'all do.
These guys really believe they run the city? To everybody that's in Houston, do this guy actually run the city? So like when you see him out and about, you like salute him and bow down and like, I don't understand this. I didn't know that they are the elected officials in Houston. I didn't know that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
The difference.
Wow.
But you'll see that when you come. And I know you ain't accustomed to it, so you don't understand it. And you don't even understand why we get the respect we get from everybody.
Why wouldn't I understand?
We'll show that to you. Because you ain't in tune to it.
You stand for something. If you don't stand for something,
I mean, that's cool.
anything.
It's a bunch of niggas that stand for something, but they still don't get their respect. It's more than that. You can stand for something, but it's more than that. Then you got to create power. You got to create position. You got to elevate yourself. It's a bunch of bums that stand for something. You know what I'm saying?
And you're one of them. You're one of those guys that you're talking about. You know, you're acting. And people believe the lie. They believe in the facade. How are you going to say that you run Houston? The arrogance is appalling.
Just about what you stand for. It's about what you can create with it. So you have to understand that just because you stand for something don't mean you elevated it into something. It's a bunch of niggas that's bums that stand for something.
Like yourself. You're only benefiting off of your father's work. Not any work that you've done. Your father's work. So that would make you a bum. Yeah. And that's why you need all these other people to check in so that you can utilize them to pretty much prosper. I get it.
And not to discredit what they stand for. It's just they ain't never do nothing with what they stood for. We did something with it. So I hate when people say just because I stand for this mean I'm this. And they can compare themselves to us. Now you can't compare yourself to us because you stand for something.
What exactly did this guy do? Like, what did he do? What? Please, could somebody tell me what he did? What did he do? What did he do?
Nah, nigga, what did you do with what you stood for? What opportunities did you create? What positions did you put yourself in other than just trying to be solid and stiff? Now, this solid and stiff shit, yeah, they make you a man. But how'd you make yourself a boss?
Huh.
It's a difference. You got to differentiate the two.
Did your father make you a boss? I doubt it. You're out here trying to establish yourself. You know, that's what you're doing. You're trying to establish a name to separate yourself from your father's legacy and what he built. And that's what I'm seeing. I don't understand what this man stands for, what work he actually did. And why is it that people are checking in with him when bodies are on floors bleeding? I don't understand that math.
You could be a man all day. But shit, if you're accustomed to dealing with men, then the man don't surprise you, nor excite you. If that's what you're accustomed to dealing with, I'm accustomed to dealing with them type of guys already. So this shit don't excite me nor surprise me. You deal what I'm saying? Like, I don't give no credit to that because that's what's expected. That's what we are. If we that, then that's what's expected. I'm not gonna give you no high five for being real. Nigga, you supposed to be real already.
But you wasn't real with the Migos during that birthday event. You weren't real with them. Let's talk about that. Why you allowed the situation to go down and you're a boss? Why? Why you allowed the situation to go down? You could have diffused that situation. You had that power, remember, to diffuse the situation. Remember, you're a boss. Takeoff could have been alive. How is it that you got shooters that got guns and those guns are being fired on your watch, on your clock? It could only happen on your watch. That means you had to allegedly give the green light. You had to give the green light in order for those bullets to fly. Just like when a commander-in-chief tell the soldiers to launch, he give the order and the command and they press the button. So in order for your shooters to start shooting, you had to give the word.
Since when we had to congratulate a nigga for being solid and being real? No, we don't congratulate no nigga for being solid and being real. Hell nah. Nigga, that's what you supposed to be. That's expected. You did what I'm saying? That's expected already. I look like congratulating a nigga for being something he supposed to be already. Nah, show us how you can take this shit to another level. Show us what you can do with your realness. And then you'll get congratulated. Until then, man, you just doing and being what you supposed to be. You don't congratulate no nigga for that. Nigga, you supposed to be that already.
Yeah, man. Salute to everybody in here, though, man. You know, a lot of people in here. Salute. You know, there's love in here. Shout out to King Face. King Face in here. See what Face talking about. Yeah.
Yo, what up, bro?
What up, Face? You all right?
Shit, chilling. Are you?
I'm okay.
Yo, you know what I don't like though, bro?
What's going on?
I can't stand the niggas in the comments when they got somebody that's actually giving real game, and niggas is talking all that dumb shit.
Yeah,
You know
I saw you talking about that. Yeah, I saw. That's why I came you up.
Yeah. That shit had me kind of like thrown off. I'm like, this is why a lot of these people don't succeed in life and get to where they gotta go, because they so focused on looking a certain way. Or like some people like, oh, niggas is dick rider J.PRINCE. Listen, man, if that's what you want to call it, then say that if you want to, because whoever you consider dick riding J.PRINCE is actually learning real game right now.
So this particular individual that's talking is admitting to dick riding J.PRINCE in order to get some game. Now, again, if you've been in the class from the beginning of the stream, you would know that we are examining a video that was posted by Queen's Flip, where he is interviewing J.PRINCE Jr., and we're trying to find out and learn about his integrity and how he moved concerning the check-in. And based on what we see and what we heard, it's very clear that the check-in is no longer good. The check-in brings death. It's just not worthy of anything. But we have a guy that is in agreement with people following J.PRINCE Jr., not because of any great work that he's doing, but because he's misled by the way he talk. In other words, his talk, his manipulative tactics seems to have penetrated the mind of said individual that's in the dark. He will be on camera shortly. For some odd reason, he feels that his words should be embraced. But let's learn more about this particular fella here. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're learning something. Because he's saying things and I'm like, damn, me and him think exactly the same way, but he explains it in a different manner. But he had the same mindset, talking about being solid. When he was like, when y'all was talking about the crack in the bucket, and he said, I'm not in the barrel. That's real shit, bro. Like, niggas don't understand what that means. You know what I'm saying? He's saying, I'm not trapped like you, dog. I'm not trapped like you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put me in no cylinder. You got to get me. So when I hear all this dumb shit that niggas in the comments, why y'all niggas, this is why we won't succeed as a people, dog. Because we don't listen to real shit. And that's what he was saying about being solid. Like I always tell people, that's why when he said it, I'm like, Yo, bro, I know about J.PRINCE and all of forever, bro.
See, guys like him will always get manipulated. See this guy that's on the screen? Guys like him are the types that are easily manipulated. They're the types that will say all the right things in order to be down with another man, rather than standing on their own like a boss, right? They feel that they got to praise the other man and do all this extra D-riding in order to, I guess, be a part of the team. It's sort of like cheerleading in hopes that you get chosen. You know what I mean? Because if we look at today, we see that Takeoff lost his life. So I want to know, do this individual feel the same way about J.PRINCE Jr. now in 2022? Do you feel the same way? Are you ready to get down with a real ninja now that another man lost his life after being on his clock? See, this is why you don't cheerlead another man. You got to get to know how he move, understand his character and everything else before you even play those games.
I wanted to follow that, man. Any one of them. Yo, listening to J.PRINCE, bro, I got off the shit and went and followed him. I'm like, yo, my man got some, like, he understands certain things. That's why when he said, he was like, yo, you know, we were solid people. See, the mistake that people get is that they think solid means what they think solid means in the streets, like a gangster, a shooter. He said, nah, being you. That's why he said, when he said stay in your lane, he was basically telling you to be you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, stop trying to act like no gangster if you're not. Because if you're not a gangster, you acting like one could end your life. But if you're a real shooter and that's who you are, you ever see that some people...
A real shooter. A real shooter, anyone. See this? See, what this young guy here don't understand is that J.PRINCE Jr. is just repeating stuff he heard from other men. That's all he's doing. He's just repeating what he heard from other men. That's it. It sounds good, but really he's not living it. He's copying. Probably trying his best to imitate his father. He could never be his father. Never. You understand? And this young man is impressed by the way he was speaking. It made him feel like, man, this dude is a boss. He's a leader. I could rock with dudes like this, not realizing that he's just regurgitating what he heard from another man. There's a lot of people that do stuff like that. They're not even about anything. They just know how to talk, manipulate, and deceive people into thinking there's something that they're not. There's a lot of people that will appear like they're smart, but they're not. They'll try to sound eloquent using certain big words. And they're not even smart. They don't even know what they're talking about. But if they could mislead you and deceive you into thinking that they are smart, you'll start to invest into them. And that's how scammers make money.
Be killing them off, live forever, or they don't go through nothing, nobody kills them or nothing. Because that's what they do. And that's what he's saying. If you're a real killer, it don't matter. You're going to be a killer. It don't matter, and you won't be faulted for that. This is how you got people that sell drugs and never get caught. Because if that's who you are, you're never going to get caught. People are out here being who they're not. And that's what he was explaining.
Notice all the things he had to use as an example is all negative things. Selling drugs, being a shooter, doing this, committing crimes. Nothing positive. You don't notice that? This is how ninjas are, fam. Everything is always negative. Everything is about selling drugs and never getting caught, being a shooter and never getting caught. You know, like, when are we going to elevate and actually have a business? Something that's legal, you know, rather than illegal.
He's just saying it in his way, but y'all not understanding because he's using analogies. And this is what he's telling you. You know what I'm saying? So all y'all dickheads in the comments, learn to listen to people that's giving you real game that got nothing to do with nothing else.
Notice how he insults everyone in the comments, right? But at the same time, he wants you to listen to what the other guy is saying. Does that make sense? It doesn't make sense to insult everyone after listening to a man that is pretty much responsible for an altercation being escalated into a man losing his life. You see how that works? This man is responsible for the altercation being escalated that led to the death of Takeoff. He's supposed to be the boss, remember? So if you have shooters, they are not to shoot your guest unless you gave them the green light. Do you understand me? In order for your shooters to shoot, the boss had to give the green light. It's just that simple. If I'm the boss and everybody on my team respect me, they're not going to pull out their guns and shoot the people that I invited to the party. They're going to come to me and be like, boss, yo, what do I do? Yo, body him, fam. That's the only way they're going to shoot. They got to get the green light from the boss, because if they shoot and I never gave them the green light, then they're going to have to answer for that. And there's going to be a penalty for it. And if they respected me, they would know that the judgment that I'm going to give them, it's not going to be good. So if any of his shooters or whoever was shooting did what they did, they had to get the order and the command from the boss, from the general. Because nothing goes down unless he give the green light.
And I'm going to give you an example of what he was saying. His father saluted Donald Trump for freeing his friends from jail. He could have easily been on that bullshit like, man, Donald Trump anyway, because nobody likes Donald Trump. He said, man, listen, I know y'all niggas don't like Donald Trump.
Yeah, Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, bro. So, you know, when like a lot of times people see, like, we can talk shit. Like I noticed that when you talking some, like how he was trying to say goofy and say he wasn't disrespecting, he was just saying, like, look how when you be joking and we talking shit about nonsense, it's like everybody is like, that's all he want to hear. But when somebody's dropping that real game on y'all, yo, and then y'all niggas act like y'all don't want to hear that shit, like, I can't f with people like that, man. If anybody that hears the truth and doesn't acknowledge it, to me, you're not the truth.
Now, notice what he just said. If anybody hear the truth and don't acknowledge the truth, and he can't rock with that. Now, I agree with that. See, I'm dropping the truth. I've released a lot of live shows regarding this ordeal. And a lot of people are still asleep, still in the dark. But I don't agree with him praising J.PRINCE Jr. I don't believe that. I'm not in support of that. Because the brother is just young and impressionable. He's easy to manipulate. A lot of men are like that. You know, they're very easy to manipulate. You know, somebody could come in, speak smooth words, and before you know it, they're ready to sign up to be a part of your team because they believe in you. They believe that you're really about something, but they don't really know that you're a snake. They're going to learn the hard way, just like Takeoff learned the hard way.
I don't give a who you are. Like, even if my enemy says something that's true, even if it's my enemy, I'm going to acknowledge it because it's the truth. That's why when I see people listening and they're talking shit in the comments, I'm like, yo, that man right there, J.PRINCE, yo, I didn't care about J.PRINCE. I don't care about all that celebrity shit. No hype, man. I've been surrounded celebrities my whole life, dog. I had no reason to even, I heard of J.PRINCE. I'm talking about his father. I'm not talking about the son right now. I heard of J.PRINCE. I heard about the thing. You got people saying rumors like, oh, them niggas is crazy. They kill people, da-da-da-da-da. You know, whatever they trying to make up. And I'm like, that's just a bullshit shit y'all just saying to demean or try to make him seem like he's not, like he said. He said, my father is a thinker. He's a thinker. When I heard that, bro, when I heard him say that, I said, yo, I'm following him right now, bro.
Do you see how easy it is for people to be influenced and how they don't think? He's ready to follow, not ready to lead. Let that marinate. He's ready to follow. He's not ready to lead. He's looking to follow someone that he believes is able to lead him. That's what he's really essentially doing.
Like, because that's what we are missing out here is thinkers. Everybody's using everybody, and they're not thinking for themselves. They're thinking off of what other people got to say. And that's why J.PRINCE, the father, got to the level he went, because he thought for himself.
This guy is very, very foolish and ignorant. And ignorant don't mean stupid. Ignorant mean uninformed and unaware. He's young, impressionable, and he's believing in a man that is very, very toxic. See, J.PRINCE Sr. done a lot of things in the past, and it has nothing to do with him being a thinker. See, a lot of you youngins, you don't know the history. You just hear the names and you just rock with stuff because you're young and impressionable. You're uninformed, unaware. You don't know no better. You're naive. So when they see the son, they figure, hey, I can't get next to J.PRINCE Sr. But if I could get next to the son, I could probably get some money, get some connections, you know what I mean? Get some protection. If I could just get next to him. I know I can't get next to the father. Father will be able to point me out. But the son, if I could get next to him and be cool, I could be at all the parties, get with the women, driving the fast cars. Man, I really want to do that. And that's why it's so easy for these young guys to get caught up in the mix, and then Satan end up getting them. And before you know it, these guys get extorted and end up, their bodies get, thrown in some river somewhere because they got with the wrong crew.
He was a thinker. He wasn't thinking like, okay, I'm going to listen to what this person says and I'm going to do that. I'm going to listen to this person and he'll do that. He was like, I'm a thinker. Just like listening to J.PRINCE Jr., I became a fan of you, bro. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say.
So you became a fan of a man just by listening to him, and you think he's a god now? Really? You don't know nothing about this man other than what he portray on a camera, and you're already a fan. This is why a lot of black men are in prison, in the grave, and in the wrong group. Because you don't use critical thinking. You're not rational in your judgment. You're unwise. You're misguided. You just don't have the right information. So it's very easy for guys like J.PRINCE Jr. to deceive you because they show you the image of success. They wear the jewelry, the chains, drive the cars, have the women, and you think these guys are just so successful, and you don't realize that he's eating off his father. You understand? If his father is not around, do you understand this guy is like all alone? I don't think you understand that. It's not the same. He's where he's at because of his father, not because of him, not because of himself.
They can call me a dick rider. They can call me whatever, dog. I am a fan of you, homie.
That's exactly what you are, a D rider. Because you're going too hard for this man on social media. That's embarrassing. I can understand you might have a certain level of love or respect for someone because of the things they do, but don't start running off like that as a man. It don't look good, especially when you know nothing of this man. He never met you and you're just going crazy. If anything, be humble, be a student, learn, and things will fall in its rightful place. But the way you going this hard is like, man, it's like you cheerleading the guy. It don't look good. That's why you said D riding, because you know exactly what it looked like. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at it from the outside, and it's not looking good. Especially in 2022, when we see that a man lost his life under this man's watch. So I want to know, do you still want to follow this man? Are you still a fan of J.PRINCE Jr. knowing that another man lost his life after the check-in? Do you still want to follow him? Do you still want to be a student? Do you still think he's an intellectual man? Do you think that he's wise and smart and a thinker? Because I don't understand how you're going to call this man a thinker when he didn't think about the consequences of their actions during that night. So how is he a thinker if he was arguing with Quavo and TakeOff lost his life? How does that make J.PRINCE Jr. a thinker? He's not no thinker. He was in his emotions. And when a man is in his emotions, he do wicked things. When a man is in his emotions, he's no longer thinking. He will now do evil things. He'll set you up. He'll line you up. And before you know it, we'll see blood.
And you just made me look at your father in a whole different way. Because obviously, your mindset had to come from his mindset. And you said that.
Wow. So you're basically judging J. Prince Jr. by saying that his mindset came from his father's mindset. Not necessarily. He may have emulated certain things from his father, but that doesn't mean that his entire mindset is like his father. Trust and believe. His father, let me tell you something. J. Prince Sr. know which one of his sons is no good. Do you understand that? Trust and believe. Every father know his children, and you will know which one of them have issues. You will know. You know which one of your children is going to be the one that's going to cause problems, which one get out of pocket, and which one you got to watch. So it ain't like all of them are on point. He know which one he would want to appoint his estate to. He know which one will run the business the right way and who will bring it in the mud. You understand? He knows already. Sometimes a father could look at all his sons and be like, you know what? None of you ain't good. None of you good. You're both failures. I'm not proud of none of you. Yeah, you're my sons. I got love for you. But hey, I would never put you in charge of running nothing because you're a disgrace. You're not even worthy to do the things that I do. And it be like that in a lot of families. The sons, when it comes to getting an inheritance, the father don't give them nothing because the sons were wicked. The sons never proven themselves to be like the father. But because these sons come from the father, they want to gain this clout and live off the father's name. And that's what he's doing. That's exactly what he's doing. And he got young men like this being misled into thinking that he's some sort of great guy that you need to follow.
Bro, I salute you, homie. I don't know the symbol. If this is what it is, I salute you, bro.
Wow.
I'm not being political. I'm being real life, my nigga. I'm being real life. I salute you, bro. Like real spill, homie. Like I salute you. Anyway, I'm gonna be in Houston anyway, having a speech for Plexic. When I come out there, bro, hopefully we can meet up, dog. Because I would love to speak to you personally, J. Prince Jr. Because I love your mindset, homie, and I respect you, dog.
He just want to be down at this point. When men talk like this, it's not that they love their mindset. They just looking for that opportunity. That's all, to elevate themselves. And I can tell these cats sound like they from New York. You know what I mean? That's how it be. A lot of times dudes just want to link up with you because they just trying to elevate themselves. And I get it. At the same time, J. Prince Jr. is not the type of guy you want to meet because he's doing some great stuff for the community. He's not. He's not a role model. He's not somebody that your kids should be looking up to. Your sons should not emulate anything that he's doing, because this man have pretty much compromised the situation where he wasn't there to diffuse an argument that escalated into violence. And men from his own team were shooting guns, allegedly. Because according to various witnesses that were there, they claim that J. Prince Jr. team were the only ones that had guns. You see that? Now we know Migo Bands had a gun, so there's no telling how many other people had guns. And he's not taking responsibility for none of this. He have yet to make a public statement. Only his father did, which to me was very, very telling. Quavo didn't speak yet. He's still in silent because he know that his career is possibly done. So you can expect that Quavo is going to link up with Offset. Again, you heard it here. I've been telling you this, that they're gonna link up. There is no way that Quavo can continue to have a career at this point by himself. It's not gonna work. Not after this death of Takeoff. It's not gonna work. Him and Offset have to unite and put their differences to the side. And I personally believe that that was the plan the whole time. Watch, you're going to see it play out just like that. And we will be here again. And you will be like, wow, yo, you said it was going to go down, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? For all that dumb shit y'all niggas talking in the comments, that's why y'all niggas will never grow, nigga. Y'all will never fucking grow, dog.
Do you see the anger that's inside this brother. You're telling everybody else that they're not gonna grow, they're not gonna do this, and you have all this anger. He sounds like he's from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? I can tell when cats is from Brooklyn. Definitely from New York, right? And you're telling other brothers you're not gonna grow, but then you're saying that you like the mind of J.PRINCE Jr. because of whatever reason, but you're speaking curses on your fellow brothers. That's a contradiction to everything that you previously said. It don't sound like you want to elevate your brothers because you're basically cursing them. It's like you're mad with your brothers because they don't want to follow or listen to J.PRINCE Jr. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, it's like being a groupie. It's like you getting mad with me because I don't want to follow this dude. I don't trust none of these dudes. You know what I mean? Seriously. It's crazy. But anyway, let's get back into this.
I can't with y'all bust ass niggas in the comment. Y'all niggas is lames, nigga. And all y'all niggas that's talking that shit, all y'all niggas is losers. Y'all got nothing going on in your life. Y'all got nothing happening in your life. Y'all don't got nothing.
Too much emotion, fam. You see what I mean? He's displaying a lot of emotion. He's pissed off with people in a chat. You know what I mean? Wishing negativity on them. You're never gonna be nothing. You're never gonna. What's all of this anger for, fam? Focus on you, build up you. It's like you're angry because nobody else ain't rocking with J.PRINCE Jr. like they supposed to be. Some people are smarter than you. We could see through the BS. You know? We could see through the nonsense. Seriously. I don't put that type of respect on no man like that I just started listening to. Nah, man. Of course there's people we respect, but those are people that are doing positive things. J.PRINCE Jr. is not doing anything positive. You know what I mean? He's not doing anything positive. What is he doing that's positive? Nothing. So what is everybody giving him all this credit for? It's crazy.
And the reason why I'm saying this, that you're a loser, because I don't want you to be a loser. So in order
Hold up. You're saying all of that you're going to be a loser because you don't want them to be a loser. Do you see how he's a hypocrite now? Now you're hypocriting, bro. You just cursed all your brothers by saying they're nothing and they will never be nothing and you're wishing nothing on them. And now you're saying that because you don't want them to be where they are. In other words, you want them to elevate themselves. You're a walking contradiction at this point when you think about it. And you claim that you're a thinker. There is no way you're a thinker or an intellectual when you're degrading your own people. You understand? You're not making no sense. And I'm surprised that Flip didn't pretty much flip, you know what I mean? And let you know, like, hold up, fam, like, you're putting the people down, you know what I mean? Like, it's contradicting everything you just finished stating. Remember, be a thinker, be positive. Remember all of that? It's like it just went out the window.
Let me say this about you real quick. Let me talk about you real quick.
I want niggas to win.
Wait. Well, let me say this because a lot of people send me messages about you, right? They'll why you mess with King Face, he support Donald Trump. But let me say something real quick, and I gotta say this. You sat there, and when you came on my platform, you always showed me respect. I gotta say this. You actually, plenty of times I offered you money, you ain't want to take it. You like, yo, Flip, you giving me opportunity. Because your platform and you were able to shine upon yourself based on your character. You sat down and told us, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, and you did it. Not saying you just made it happen, and that was inspirational.
Yeah, bro, because you gave me the reason why I didn't want the money, because you're already giving me something more powerful than money, and that's opportunity. You understand what I'm saying? I can make my own money. I don't need you to give me anything, dog. Because I know what the bills you was paying, my nigga. They don't know the bills you was paying. They don't know the amount of things you was doing. And that's why a lot of people on that platform didn't win, because they wasn't focused on the opportunity.
Now, on that regard, I would have to give them credit. Now, again, I'm fair and balanced. I'll give you smoke. But I'm going to also give you credit at this point, because based on what I'm hearing is you were offered some money and you didn't take it because you realized that what Flip did, he gave you the opportunity to come on his platform, which is far more valuable than the money. See, the money can come and it can go, But by him giving you a platform to display yourself to the world, that open up opportunity for you with other people, which will help you to grow. So in that regard, I understand exactly what you talked about, because a lot of times we don't get those opportunities. So you tend to cherish those opportunities. That is like somebody hit me up on Instagram and, you know, they pretty much familiar with me and they started a YouTube channel. And for whatever reason, while I'm doing a stream, because they had like a connection, and I kind of shout them out and tell people, yo, there's this channel, this up and coming YouTuber, he's doing good work. Y'all should check out his channel. That one shout out, that one moment in time means a lot, because the opportunity that I gave that individual is what set their channel in a position where it's now moving. You know what I mean? So it's more valuable than money. So under those circumstances, I understand fully what you mean about having opportunities. Because a lot of us, we had opportunities given to us and we never took advantage of them. We kind of just threw it away. So by Flip giving this man a platform to speak, it may have gotten his name out there. I just don't agree with him co-signing J.PRINCE Jr. I don't agree with that. He might be the type of guy that might be a thinker, right? I don't want to give him too much smoke. He might be the kind of guy that thinks and have a certain way of where he want to go in life and where he want to see other brothers and sisters, right? And because J.PRINCE Jr. is manipulative, right, it will appear to his senses that J.PRINCE Jr. is on the same frequency. Follow me. And because of that, he figured, hey, if I could just align myself with J.PRINCE Jr., I could really do things, not realizing that J.PRINCE Jr. is not really on his frequency. He's on another frequency, trying to take what he have. You understand? So as a thinker, you got to know when someone is really on your frequency level, or else they're going to drain your energy. So yeah, always respect those that give you opportunity, and don't think that everything is about money. I could give you $500. That money going to be done the next day. But if I gave you an opportunity that could make you way more money than $500, that is more valuable.
Like, it doesn't matter about the money. The money gonna come if you know what you're doing. It's
Right.
about the opportunity that somebody gives you to win.
Yeah.
And you gave me that opportunity to be exposed. It didn't matter what the audience was. You gave me the opportunity to be exposed.
Now, at this point, what he's doing right here is he's giving Flip his flowers, which I can commend that. That's good. You gave him his flowers. You're basically saying, see, here's the thing, fam. Yeah, we gave him some smoke because he's following this J.PRINCE stuff. We get it. But at this point, he's showing a different side where he's giving Flip his flowers for the fact that he was giving him an opportunity, which Flip didn't have to give him, but he did. So for Flip to hear these words, it's also very encouraging. It's very encouraging from time to time to hear people actually acknowledge you. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times we never get that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever acknowledges us at all. You know what I mean? We help so many people and do so many things for other people, and they never come back. It's sort of like the disciples, not the disciples. It was one time in the scriptures where the Messiah, I guess he healed a certain amount of people or did something for them. And then it's like everybody left, but one person came back to give him praise. That's how it be. You help people and they get what they need and they leave and they bounce and they never contact you, never holler at you again. But it's always that one person that come back to pretty much say, hey, bro, you know what I mean? Really appreciate you. And I'm very thankful for what you did for me, man. From seriously, bro. And that means a lot just to hear those words.
So, nigga, you was the first person that let somebody with a Make America Great Again hat on your platform. Nobody was doing that at that time. Niggas was talking shit to you. I respect that. Like, no matter what people said about me being on that platform, my bro still put me on. He didn't tell me, yo, keep face, don't put that Make America Great Again hat on. Yo, you should put this other hat on. You ain't do that, bro. Yeah. You ain't do that. Yo, my nigga, that made me in love with you, bro. Like, I'm in love with this man. I'm gonna be loyal to him for life.
I love you too, man.
That's where the loyalty comes in, bro. Because you wasn't worried about what other people were saying. You was a thinker. You thought for yourself. From you being a thinker, thought for yourself. We got over 120 something thousand views off of that. We got mad views, almost 1 million views together. Like you understood.
Yeah.
When I tell everybody what it was, now look where I'm at. You that you're a big part of that. You're a big part of that. By y'all niggas saying, yo, let's go do that video in the park or whatever. You was like, because of that, it went viral. It made me grow as well. It doesn't mean that's what made me, but it helped me grow.
Yeah, you know I feel you. I appreciate that.
So that's basically you doing this, bro. Watering the mother plant. Like the plant is there already.
I remember, but you know, I remember you saying it's inspirational to me. And people say, yo, when a man tell you, yo, I'm gonna meet the president, you did it. That shit crazy. Like, yo, me and Stace was in the studio the other day talking like, yo, damn, we remember, bro. And Stace reminded me like, yo, nigga, we were just eating crickets, Flip. And look what all that shit happened, man. Like the nigga you took an opportunity and it's inspirational. That's why I respect you. And nobody could change how I feel about my friends, nigga. And that's what they try to do. They try to change your political views. And I look into it. And a lot of shit you be right about. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't change the fact if I believe in something, you don't bombard it with me. You say what you say, but I respect you, my man. I respect you. I do. You know what I'm saying? Like you said you're gonna meet the president a year ago, and in a year you met the president a year more than once.
Yo, bro, because like he was saying, bro, you just gotta be true to yourself. Because if I wasn't true to myself, I would have never met the president, bro. Because if I was more focused on how other people are gonna look at me, like, oh, King Face a coon, or he just that and third. I didn't worry about that. I stayed true to myself. And me being true to myself is how I got in this position, bro. And this is what I'm trying to make people understand. There's other avenues to it, but I always tell people, be yourself. Even in the Bible, it tells you that. Be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be you. No matter what, be you. Not and what I mean by being you, not what the image of other people have for you, like actually being you. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what J.PRINCE was saying. That's why when he was saying these things, bro, I'm in here like, damn, I feel like I'm listening to myself, bro. That's how I know. That's how I know real niggas. That's how I know real niggas think alike, bro.
See, this is where he's messing up again. This is where he's messing up again. Look, I could be doing what I'm doing, and I'm 100% official. I've been doing content and videos and all this stuff since 2006 on YouTube. You understand? I've been consistent. One of the most consistent content creators on YouTube. And I could have a certain way to talk, certain talking points, certain way I move. And other people that have been watching my material for so long, some people can mimic the things that I say and do and deceive you and have you thinking that, oh, that person must have a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, and you'll think, man, that person, wow, that person is very, very intelligent. And all they did is just listen to me for a while, copied everything, mimic everything, and before you know it, start a channel and start copying and sounding just like me and deceive you. And every time they post a video, you're like, man, this person got so much knowledge. And what you don't know is that they're watching me in secret. You don't know about me because you never found my channel. They're watching and studying every word, every movement, everything I do. And they go to their channel and they regurgitate everything that I talk about. And you will literally think this person is official and they're nothing more than a copy. Be very careful of that. You judge a tree by the fruits. That's why you got to actually know people and break bread and see how they move in real life, in real time. So you can see how they really are. So you can see what they do, where they go, who they hang with. You know what I mean? How they respond to adversity, how they deal with sickness, how they deal with tragedy. You know? See if they practice what they preach. Once you see this in real time, that's going to make you know if they're real. Because there's a lot of people that will fold the minute adversity come. The minute things get tough and rough, all of a sudden now they cave in and they quit. All the stuff they told you that you need to do, Bro, you need to stay on your grind. Bro, you need to be on your purpose. They'll tell you all that motivational stuff. But when they going through it, are they practicing what they've been telling you? That is what you got to look for. You got to look for the fruits to see if the person is true to what they teach. He appeared to just be, I guess, impressed with the way J.PRINCE Jr. talk. That's why he said he sound like me. But he may not be like you. He may be just acting like you. Big difference.
Niggas think the same. We may do different things, but we all think the same.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I judge people. Like, okay, we think exactly alike. Even though you may move different, you may do different things, but the way you move is based off the thinking. You understand what I'm saying? That's why when he said we got this far in this game from being thinkers, he didn't say we got this far in this game from having money. He didn't say I didn't get far in this game of being gangster. He didn't say I didn't get far in this game for this. He said we got this far from being a thinker. That's why I always say this phrase when people be telling me certain shit. I be like, yo, bro, I don't give a what you think about me or what you think about what I say or any of that. As long as you're thinking, I did my job. You understand what I'm saying, bro? The point is for you to think. That's all. I don't give a if you agree or disagree. That's irrelevant. Are you thinking? Good. That's where it starts, bro. And that's why they're so powerful, like you said. The people that respect the people that y'all respect his father. That's what I'm saying. It's the same aspect when I be saying the same thing. Like the people that y'all follow, the people that y'all respect, they respect and follow me because they know I'm a thinker, bro. You understand what I'm saying? It's not about trying to be anything else, bro. See, a lot of niggas, their fear of rejection of people is why they're not where they at in life. All the people that people said that would not f with me because of Donald Trump or all that shit, bro. I got 100 million more people that f with me because I do. I didn't have that before. I didn't have that before. I didn't have politicians and scholars and presidents and senators and governors and celebrities and everybody. I never had that before. But if I ran away from that, I have that. But people don't understand. At the end of the day, look at the power that I'm bringing to my community. I'm your connection. Y'all niggas never had connection to politics before. Y'all never had that plug. I'm the plug. You understand when it comes to that? I'm the connection, dog. You know what I'm saying? So people should be proud to have a connection of somebody that has that connection to these powerful people. Instead of you should be trying to use a nigga like me, like, yo, King Face. Yo, we know you can get a message to Donald Trump. Yo, let's listen to something. And
now you're feeling yourself too much, bro. Now you believe that you could get a message to Donald Trump for us now? Come on. Come on now. You know, now you're feeling yourself too much. Because you met the president, you think that somehow you could just get into his ear whenever you want now? No, it don't work like that. Many people have met the president. That doesn't mean the president mess with you. You understand? That's called situational ethics. You know, presidents do stuff like that. They'll arrange a meeting. You can meet with them. The president met with Donald Trump. You know, I mean, what's this guy? The Kanye West had met with Donald Trump. And it appears like they were cool. And then what happened? What happened when Kanye did all the things that he did? What did the president try to do? Distance himself from what he was doing. Do you see the difference? It doesn't mean that they rock with you.
Never know where we could get from that. And this is not about supporting Donald Trump. Y'all don't gotta support Donald Trump. I'm just giving you an example. Donald Trump right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you an example. It's just like if you know, I'm gonna put it in street terms. Right? None of y'all ever had a nigga that sold drugs, right? They don't know the plug. They don't know nobody. So everybody in the hood is trying to get drugs, but nobody can't get it. But then finally you got a nigga that pull up in the hood, you understand what I'm saying? And he know the plug. But y'all niggas is shitting on the plug. Now the plug is getting all the money, all the attention, because he got the connection. But you're not listening to that. You understand what I'm saying? So now that you got a plug, now you can be connected.
Somebody said Kanye's competition. That's crazy.
To the work to get the money. But people are not understanding what I'm saying. I know it's gonna go over your heads, but I could have said it a better way to explain it. But I'm just making y'all understand. We keep shutting certain shit down, bro, and we don't know. This is why we not building. People can say, "Yo, King Face, you changed," or "You." Also, I'm not talking no different. I ain't changed. I've always wanted my community to be better. I always wanted to see my people be better, bro. And that's why what I'm doing, I'm going against y'all to help y'all be better, dog. Like I'm going against y'all. I'm willing to lose y'all. I love y'all so much. I'm willing to lose everybody here. Y'all can hate me and all that. I accept that. But I want y'all to be better, dog. I want y'all to be better, dog. I don't care what y'all say. I want y'all to be better, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I'm noticing that something is not working for us, like this Democratic Party and all this bullshit, why am I gonna keep fucking with people because we're nice and we're cool with them if they're not helping us?
You know, that's a good point you bring up. You said he said he's going to deliver a message. Well, go to Houston and grab whoever did this horrible crime. Yeah, I agree. You know, they get political and they sound all of that. I mean, you know, again, those that are viewing, you know that we're not reviewing some brand new video. We're reviewing something to understand the character of J.PRINCE Jr. But this brother seems to be impressed with J.PRINCE Jr. Well, to go into the comment of immense, do you really think that this same brother would pack his bags and go to Houston and take all of that political stuff to the president and see if he can get some sort of justice for Takeoff? I don't think so. It's not going to happen. Because there's not going to be no benefit for his pockets. See, this is why I can't rock with people that are so excited over people that are no good. Because a lot of times they're very ambitious, but for the wrong reasons. This is why I don't connect with people. I can see people coming a mile away. You know what I mean? I don't rock with people that ain't doing something with themselves. If I had to work hard to do whatever it is that I do, you need to do the same, bro. You ain't no, you just coming through and you just got like put on. I remember back in the day, a lot of people were doing that. Like if you're in the music industry, they'd be like, yo, bro, you could put me on. No, go out there and work like everybody else. Build yourself up, then come talk to me. Once you learn how to fish, then come talk to me. That way I know you're official, you know? But you're not going to I'm not going to go catch the fish for you. I'll show you how to fish, right? But I'm not going to do the work for you. But this guy here, he's not going to go pack his bags and go find the killer of Takeoff. He's not going to do that, you know? Because he believes that J.PRINCE Jr. is super cool. But is J.PRINCE Jr. out there doing the right thing to get justice for Takeoff? No. Is he talking to his team? No. You know, did he reach out to Quavo? We ain't hear nothing. You know, this is craziness, man. But anyway, let's get back into this.
If they're not helping us, why would I want to fuck with that, dog? That's what I'm saying. It's like, why would, so I'm watching this shit destroy my people, but I'm going to be a part of it because everybody else is a part of it. No, dog, this is destroying us. So you know what? If I got to separate myself from y'all, if I got to back myself away from y'all and do something y'all don't like to help make you grow and make you better, and so be it, man. I don't want to make this shit all about this extra shit because who get it, who don't. Y'all, I appreciate you, big bro. I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you for all the support you've given me and continuing to give me. I appreciate you, big bro. Thank you for allowing me to speak and say real shit instead of us talking that ignorant shit we always talking about. We can hear ignorant shit all day, dog. But when somebody's talking some positive shit and y'all niggas in the comments being disrespectful, saying dumb shit because of what you heard other people say, everything that y'all think about J.PRINCE or even J.PRINCE Jr. is from what other people say. None of you know him.
He's going mad hard for J.PRINCE Jr., bro.
None of you know them. You going by what other people say. You go by what other people say, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I wanted to meet him. I want to meet you, bro, because I want to know.
I want to know, did he meet him or not? I'm reading the comments. I don't know if it's true or not, but I'll pretty much read what you said. You said that's King Face. You said he died a couple of years ago. He infected a few women with the Grum Weeper, we'll say, without letting them I guess no. He was from Hollis, Queens, New York. I don't know if that's confirmed or not. So that's just alleged in my book, but I'm going to do my research on who that is to find out more. Maybe I don't know, because this particular video is, I think, 2 years old. So if that happened, then that's kind of suspicious, to say the least, that he wanted to meet up with J.PRINCE Jr. And if it is true that this man is no longer here, I just want to know, did he meet up with J.PRINCE Jr.? And if he did, could it be possible that he may have met up with other women and may have allegedly contracted the Grum Weeper? I don't know. But that's all speculation. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just reading the comments in my chat. Anyway, let's get back.
For myself, that that's who you really are. But I can tell that's who you really are. But I don't want to go off of other people's shit. I want to go off of my experience with it. That yo, man, nigga, you listen, man. I don't rep nothing, but I'm gonna say this, bro. I'm with that mob ties shit. Because
Wow.
I'm about family first. That's what the F1 stands for.
Wow.
Family first. Family.
He just said that he's down with that, with the mob ties. That's crazy, right? Nobody even didn't acknowledge him as part of the team, but he already done took his place in the team. That's crazy.
First, mob ties. I fuck with you, big bro. Salute, my nigga. Yo, big bro, I'm out of here, man. I appreciate
I love you
again,
too,
man.
Faith.
Love you, man.
All right, well,
Shout out to the homie. What homie name was King Face?
King Faith, yeah.
Shout out to the ones who can recognize the message and not only recognize it. The only way you can recognize something is when it's instilled in you. You get what I'm saying? So obviously he got the same principles and morals instilled in him that we have in us.
See, by that young man acknowledging J.PRINCE Jr. so much, right? What that did, it just inflated this guy's ego and pride. It just made him feel like a god. You understand what I mean? Made him feel more important than what he really is. That's what that did to him.
So shout out to him for being able to recognize it, and not only being able to recognize it, but being able to let the people know that he recognized it. You do what I'm saying? That's the difference between somebody who can say something is real and somebody who willing to exemplify that it's real regardless of the haters. You do what I'm saying? He willing to go to bat against the haters and willing to let the haters know that what's real is real, because he received some real shit and he know what real is. It ain't got nothing to do with what I said. I just said the same thing that he might say. You see what I'm saying? I exemplified this same energy that he might exemplify, so it ain't got nothing to do with me. But at the same time, I just said it so he can understand. If another nigga saying it, then yeah, another nigga might be how he is. You do what I'm saying?
I understand. Trust me.
So shout out to him. Yeah, me and brother, we gonna meet. I'm gonna roll out the red carpet for you when you come to the city too, nigga. I'm gonna show you my land.
Wow. So based on what we just heard right there, it appears that he's sending out the invitation to that brother as well. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So I need to know if it's confirmed. Let me see. The same person, Joseph, said he was also an active gang member of the Blood Gang. I'm only mentioning King Face Death because I knew him personally, because I'm also from Hollis, Queens. So this individual is basically saying they know them personally. So, you know, hey, it is what it is. That's crazy if he did in fact pass away, R.I.P. You know what I mean? But I want to know, did he actually meet up with J.PRINCE Jr.? That's what I want to know. Because he said he's gonna extend the invitation to him and roll the red carpet out as well. So I want to know if he actually met up with him. Because that's crazy. That's really crazy. That it seemed like people be passing away. And I ain't trying to say that J.PRINCE did anything. I'm just throwing things out there for speculation and to get clarification of what's happening. Because it'd be crazy out here. Anyway, let's get back into the end of this particular scene here. Let's go.
Yeah, you got my favor. You know what I'm saying? I love everything that you were saying. I don't even like Trump. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, because one thing that we've been preaching and that we gonna preach is that Trump done something that ain't no president ever done for us. And he gave our brothers exoneration for life sentences.
So let me get this straight. You're giving Trump praises for stuff that have to deal with prison. That's what he done for our people. Fam, this is crazy. So you're more concerned with what the president did to help prisoners. That's what he did for our people. That's all that we get. Man, listen, this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It's people that was locked up when I was a kid, when I was a child, that got 100 years.
100 years for committing crimes. You know, criminal activity. See, this is why as a community we can't grow. Because we praise criminals, we praise gang violence, we praise men that are just doing unthinkable acts of wickedness. We even celebrate men when they get out of prison. We say, "Free my man such and such. He caught 3 bodies." We saying, "Free my man such and such." That's crazy, but that's what we do.
You got life sentences. You got 50 years that I get to embrace now, based upon the exoneration that he gave them. For
Duh, we know the interview is 2 years old. We talked about that already.
drug crimes not being so harsh. Harsh sentencing based upon drug crimes. You deal with what I'm saying? We ain't talking about people who need to still be locked up. We talking about people who might have got caught with a couple books. They got a life sentence.
No, the ones that sounds like New York is the other guy, not J.PRINCE Jr. J.PRINCE Jr. is not from New York. We're talking about the previous guy that was on. He's clearly from New York. Anybody from New York, we know how you talk. We know how you move. You can't hide your accent. We know it. You know what I mean?
I'm saying
we could tell what borough you from just by the way you talk. You could tell when somebody from Harlem, from Brooklyn, from Queens. We know automatically. You can't hide it.
Trump is the first president ever to exonerate these guys and give them the justice due for them to be able to come home. Now,
notice he's telling us what the president did for us as a people, but it seemed like what he did is only have to do with prisoners. What did that do for us? Did that free us? Did that give us reparations? Did that solve all the brutality? Did that solve the disrespect? I mean, all you got to do, let me tell you something, fam. All you got to do to know that you as a people are oppressed in this country, just look at how they did Kanye. Look at how they did Kyrie. I'm going to leave it like that. That's all you got to look at. Those guys have money, and look at how they're being done in the media. So if they're being done like that in the media, and they got money, what more will they do to you? Bars. Trust and believe, fam. The only way we as a people are going to get out of the dilemma that we're in is through the Most High Yah, through his intervention. That's the only way. That's the only way. The powers that be run this earth, and there is nothing you can do to change that. Because we as a people, we don't want to unite, right? We don't want to unite. We can't unite. We're our worst enemy. See, if we were to really unite as a people, we'll shut everything down. We'll be able to control everything because we understand the mission. But because of greed, jealousy, and hate, and everybody want to be the top ninja, we can never, ever grow. It's just not in us to do it because we're continually competing against one another. You understand? Men don't know how to play their position. Everybody want to be a boss. Nobody want to be the janitor. Nobody want to sweep the rooms. Everybody want to be the CEO. So how are we going to grow? It's not going to work. You understand?
I don't like Trump. Don't get it misconstrued. I don't want y'all to misdeliver my message. I do not like that nigga. I'm not a supporter of his. He might be, and I salute that. But I do support what he did when it came down to this motion because...
So you don't like him, but you support him because he did something for prisoners. Not because he did anything to empower your people. It just gave you a better opportunity in case you were incarcerated, you'll have some sort of benefits. This is crazy.
I get to see people that I never thought I'd see in my life again. You dig what I'm saying? I get to see the guys that were locked up when I was 10 years old that had life sentences, 50-year sentences. I get to embrace them guys again. I get to give them a hug if I want to. I ain't got to go visit them no more. They home. They free now. You dig what I'm saying? And he the first president to give them that opportunity to be able to come home. So I love that. I respect that about him. I'm still not a supporter of him, but I support certain moves that niggas make. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a walking contradiction. You don't like him as a person, but you support what he did to get the prisoners out of prison. It's crazy.
I still support them movements. Like, when something real, you can't say it's fake. Regardless of if it's the ops or not. That nigga made a real move there. You do what I'm saying? So I'ma salute that real move that he made. You do what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'ma go vote for him, but I'ma salute that real move that he made and say, yeah, that was solid. He the only nigga to do it. He the only nigga to do it.
Appreciate that, bro.
Now, when it come down to this other shit too, we gotta understand that a bunch of people are naive these days. People don't understand the difference between real and fake. See, this social media game has created a platform for ones to believe whatever is feasible for themselves. You do what I'm saying? So everybody ain't gonna understand the real these days. That's why we call ourselves representing the old law. Not this new generation shit.
Do anybody ever have this situation where you're listening to this guy and you just don't know what he's talking about? Or am I the only one that noticed that? Like, he could be talking and I'm like, what is he talking about? What is he saying? It's like you got to keep listening and to try to get what he's saying. Because it's like, he's like, I don't get it. It's like, maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Because this new generation is...
It's like he's trying to sound like he's his father. It's like he's talking in third person almost. Like, it's like he's talking, but he's trying to sound like somebody else and listening to himself to see if he sound good. It's a weird phenomenon. I don't know. It's like looking in the mirror and talking to yourself and listening to yourself, recording yourself. It's crazy, fam.
Made up of a bunch of people who could throw rocks and hide their hands. And homie, I felt what you were saying. Like, it's a bunch of people talking shit, saying this, and that. But you know, I don't even take heed to these niggas or pay attention to these niggas because I understand that the internet has created a platform for fake people to throw a rock and hide their hand. And a bunch of them like to take advantage of that.
So he said that the internet created a platform for fake people to throw a rock and hold their hand. But it seemed like some bullets was thrown at Takeoff and you're hiding your hand. Bars. You see that? Somebody threw some bullets in Takeoff's head and you're hiding your hand. Why? Why are you hiding your hand, sir? Why? They checked in, the brother checked out in a body bag. You want to talk about the internet and platforms? People build platforms. You think it's easy to do this? You think it's easy to be a content creator? No, it's not. You understand? See, what they're afraid of, ladies and gentlemen, is people that speak the truth. I get a lot of people that they send me messages saying, why are you talking about this situation? Let the police talk about it. I'm like, why are you listening to me? You wouldn't know anything about me if you weren't listening. You're listening because you want to know the truth. That's why you listen. So why complain to me on why I'm talking about these situations? You should be concerned about who's the murderer and why all of these men are not coming forth to talk about what's real. Look how many days passed by and nobody came forward. No arrests. Where's the camera footage? Where's the camera footage of the bowling alley? Why nobody been caught yet? We have men that are on camera with guns. They haven't been questioned yet. Why? Where's the police chief? Where is he? You understand? It's craziness, man. It's very crazy.
You deal what I'm saying? They like throw rocks and hide their hands. They wouldn't throw none of these rocks if they really had to hit somebody with their rock in person. And somebody know who hit them with it. You deal what I'm saying? If y'all can understand that. Yeah, so there ain't nothing that we got to take heed to. We just got to deliver the message to them. Even they can be taught. Like, even when I deliver my messages, I deliver my messages to my haters too, to try to make them be better. Because I know if I was successful and if I had something going on with my life, the last thing I do is get on the internet talking shit about another nigga that I don't know.
I agree.
Yeah, that mean that I ain't got shit going on with my motherfucking self if I gotta sit here and talk shit.
So let me get this straight. If someone's talking about you, that means they don't got nothing going on with their life. That makes a lot of sense, right? A body is on the floor at your private party. A man is dead on your watch after checking in. And you're concerned with bloggers talking about you. So let me get this straight. You think you're above reproach. You think that you're above criticism. That's what you believe? Oh, I get it. You think because you're the son of J.PRINCE Sr. that nobody's supposed to question you. That's what you believe, right? Well, not here. We're going to question you. Yes, indeed. Because we have too many people out here that, number one, are afraid to talk because they don't got no fucking balls. They're not men. You have a lot of people on social media that are literally bought and paid for. A lot of these platforms that people got, they're bought and paid for. A lot of them are bought to spread propaganda, lies. You understand? Some of them are bought and paid for to come into your comment section talking ish. Why? Because the truth is going out there. See, nobody could buy me. Nobody.
About a nigga that I ain't never met before. That mean I ain't got nothing going on with myself. That mean that you more concerned about this nigga life and you got more of an opinion about this nigga life than the
Typical shaman language. That's a feminine trait. When men resort to doing stuff like, oh, you're talking about another man. You don't got nothing going on in your life because you're talking about another man. How would you know I'm talking about another man if you're not listening to me? See, that's what you call hypocrisy. If you're listening to me and you're complaining, you're a hypocrite. Because in order for you to know I'm talking about you or anybody else, it's because you're listening to me. See, the reason why they don't like when people talk about them is because it's exposing who they are. We have magazines that talk about us, that talk about people. We got TMZ that talk about people. We have different blogs that talk about people. We have the news media that talk about people. Let me tell you something about ninjas. Ninjas don't like when other black people talk about them. They don't mind when the white established media talk about them. They don't got no smoke for them. They don't got no smoke for CNN. They don't got no smoke for NBC. They don't got no smoke for Fox News. They don't got no smoke for TMZ, Media Takeout, World Star Hip Hop. They don't got no smoke for the Shade Room. They don't got no smoke for any of these sources. But if you're a blogger, a YouTuber, a content creator, oh, you just don't got no life because you're talking about them. Typical shaman language. The truth is you do got a life. You're doing your job, spreading awareness and spreading truth. Shaming the devil.
Sit back and reevaluate yourself so a nigga can be talking about you instead of you talking about him.
I agree.
No, we're talking about you because a man died on your watch, on your clock, after checking in. So it's worthy to talk about. That means that your word is no good. Your check-in is no good. Listen, if you're an auto mechanic and you have a bad reputation and the reviews of your service is trash, it's worthy of public scrutiny. It's worthy of others knowing not to take their automobile to your shop because they're going to get played. You don't like the fact that you're being reviewed. You don't like the fact that others are talking about the things you do. It's crazy, bro.
So I understand that. I respect y'all still to the fullest because I respect ignorance. And I understand that people can still learn even though they ignorant.
Whatever you say. If you believe that people could learn even though they're ignorant, then you need to take heed to all the truth that was shared and all the knowledge given, because you're not a smart man at all. Very, very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. You do bad business, and the check-in is no longer good. Any man that checks into Houston thinking that they're going to be protected, think again. TakeOff lost his life under this man's watch. And if people still have trust in a check-in, you're delusional. And you literally deserve everything that comes your way. That being said, fam, I'm going to get up on out of here. You already done know what it is. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, Ringo TV Reactions. Click the notification bell for all so that you could be notified when I go live. If you like the content that I put out, hit the Cash App, $ Ringo TV Raw to support the platform. That being said, fam, I'm going to catch you later on in another stream. And it is what it is. Y'all be safe out there. Shout out to all the mods, everybody in the building, everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that support the shows. Also, subscribe to my Patreon page at patreon.com/blackmailadvicetv. You know what I'm saying? For exclusive content not seen on YouTube. All right? I'll catch you later on. I'm out. Peace. We out of here.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $ Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.